You've heard it a million times, right? Create an inspiring story. But what does that even mean? Well, today, we're going to break down a super simple story about a sports team to find a really powerful four-part formula for creating genuine inspiration. Let's get into it.
So that's the big question, isn't it? It's at the heart of any great project or video that really connects with people. And here's the secret. It's not about the flashy camera work or a huge budget. Nope. It's about structure, emotion, and a journey that feels, real.
And it all boils down to this, a four-part journey. We'll use the story of a team called the Riverstone Rockets as our guide. We're going to see how they found their passion, how they totally lost it, and most importantly, how they fought their way back to a deeper purpose. And you can use this blueprint for pretty much anything you're trying to create.
All right, part one, the golden days. Every great story has to start with a before picture, a time when everything was pure and just driven by passion. This is our emotional starting line. For the Rockets, this was when they played just for the love of it all.
So let's meet our heroes. And listen, they weren't just a team, they were an event. The story paints this amazing picture of a group so in love with what they did that their joy was literally contagious. The bright blue jerseys, the ball that seemed to dance, the whole town would show up just to feel it.
And this right here, this tells you everything you need to know about their motivation. It wasn't about winning, it wasn't about contracts, it was about the process itself, the laughter, staying late for fun. These are the signs of what we call intrinsic passion. It's that pure, unfiltered why that kicks off any truly inspiring journey.
But a great story needs some conflict, right? And that brings us to the second stage. This is where that pure passion gets put to the test, where outside pressures and rewards start to creep in and threaten to just ruin everything.
And you can literally hear the shift in the way they talk. The whole vibe changes. All of a sudden, the conversation goes from joy to a transaction. It's all about who's paying me, what about my stats. The focus turns from we to me.
And this detail is just wow. Notebooks on the field. They weren't playing the game anymore, they were calculating it. All that joy and creativity got replaced by spreadsheets and metrics. They went from being artists to accountants in cleats.
And here's the result. In one gut punch of a line from their coach, Arav, the magic was gone. And the audience, the very community that loved them, they could feel it. When the authenticity disappears, so do the fans.
So, here we are at the climax, the turning point. After you've set up the passion and introduced the problem, you need that moment of decision. A really clear choice has to be put on the table. And Coach Arav just lays it out perfectly. I mean, look at this. On one side, a future where you're controlled by numbers with zero freedom and zero joy. On the other side, a future built on trust, freedom, and the sheer fun of playing together. He's talking about something way bigger than just a game here.
And it all came down to that one single word, freedom. See, it wasn't about getting more money or better stats. The coach understood what was really at stake. The team had traded their creative freedom for the fake security of numbers, and the only way back was to reclaim it.
And that choice leads us to the final act, the resolution. This is where the team has to actually do the work to reconnect with why they started. I mean, choosing a new path is one thing, but you actually have to walk it.
So how'd they start? By remembering. And notice how specific and personal these memories are. Ravi playing in the rain, Mina's first goal. They had to go back to that emotional core, the why that existed long before any paychecks or notebooks were even a thought.
And out of those memories, they built a new game plan. This is their redemption playbook, and it's just a masterclass in getting your passion back. Close the notebooks, pass the ball just to see it fly, celebrate the misses, laugh again. It's a simple, actionable plan to get back to what really matters.
And the result? Their authenticity came back. And so did the fans. The story comes full circle. And those bells ringing again? That's not just a sound. That's the sound of the connection between the team and the town being healed.
Okay, so let's boil all this down to the core message. What's the big takeaway from this whole blueprint? What did the Rockets really win in the end?
Now, listen to this, because this might be the most important part of the whole story. They didn't win every single game after that. The happy ending wasn't some perfect winning streak. Real inspiration just doesn't work that way.
No, they won something so much bigger, something much more valuable, something that a trophy can't even touch. They won back the love of the game, and that is our takeaway. That's the fuel, the intrinsic passion, the pure joy in the process, the connection to why you even started. That is the beating heart of any story that's truly inspiring.
So I'll leave you with this question. Whatever you're building, whatever you're creating, your team, your project, your next video, what is your love of the game? What is that core passion that you need to protect? Because finding that, well, that's the first and most important step to telling a story that truly inspires anyone.